So hi fellas, and about a few weeks ago I was scrolling in LEGO Discord and I found lots of medieval mugs you see in these pictures, and I had a question in my mind, why do they build mugs with the medieval theme so often? And today's video is gonna be exactly about this question. Guys, there's no time to waste, but obviously you can subscribe my channel before you start. Okay, let's go. This build is very detailed, which is probably the reason why it took me so much time to build, almost 1 week, but I think it's been worth it. So our first point, details. Now there are two types of building smooth and building detailed. While smooth building is using for specifically modern stuff like houses, individual rooms, but on the other hand, main focus when you are building detailed is on texture. For example, I was building details and the texture of the entire cottage looks kinda ruined and old, just what medieval stuff should be. So I've created these details by many kinds of bricks, basically every piece I've found, and I thought it may be useful. After all, I just wanna say details are really essential for a medieval theme in general, because they give sort of depth to your building, as well as another thing we are gonna talk about, colors. They have really big spectrum. Because of that, we divide them into base colors, especially in my build they would be white and brown, and to add some extra vibrance we have accent colors, and they would be this nougat brown and dark tan. Now what colors are great for is just dark graying mood. It means if you wanna make your build feels neutral to even sad, you will use those darker colors like gray and brown. And if happy, just make it colorful. I can mention the Everyone is Awesome set. But now it's time to move on to the point, which is personally my favorite, namely minifigures. They also deserve for a big part. So what minifigs do is that they add a little bit of life to your buildings. I'm saying a little bit because, well, this guy doesn't seem alive. Like seriously, call an ambulance. Just kidding. Minifigures are just a way to wake up an empty space and make it more tastier, I guess. I'll definitely not in my Legos, but you know what I mean. Now I wouldn't talk about minifigures if there wasn't anything with the medieval theme, so let's take a look on a few of my own ones. When someone says medieval, you'll probably recall knights. I don't have them very many, but I've created these 3 red knights, like 2 infantry and 1 sitting on a horse. I actually gave them those old school Lego faces, such a good knight. Now opposite to red, we also have blue one. It looks distinguishable, cause this time I chose white helmet and some mustache. Looks pretty, but now whose is the cottage, right? Well, you'll see that chimney and an anvil, so it's visibly blacksmith. So I couldn't forget on the blacksmith minifig. I gave him this large hammer made of some steak and the snot rig. And the last one, my own amazing stick pig in the medieval style. Guys, I'm ready for the fight. Anyway, it's enough and we can already move to another reason, simply landscaping. On the Wikipedia, it's defined as landscaping, refers to any activity that modifies the visible features of an area of land. In LEGO, it's like creating an environment, focusing on nature elements like plants, water, stones. A large amount of pieces is usable for doing landscaping in your build, such as leaf pieces, these modified studs, stalk pieces, for whether you can use these transparent aqua blue bricks. So take all those pieces, play around with your imagination, and go build some nature. I'd like to stop right here. There are the pieces you're probably familiar with, cause I've talked about them in the past. Say modified stud with leaves. Any leaf technique you're doing, some tree or a bush, this piece is pretty handy to do what you need. And I still highly recommend these dudes, cause they are pretty useful. For example, I use them for this tree design to give it more leaves or better texture. As you can see, I used a few of stalk pieces as well. Speaking of the tree, I haven't built any yet, except this one, so give me some feedback, you know. Because I have built a tree for the first time, I have gotten something, and you know what? An experience. By that I mean, I've learned how to build the roof. Yes, it's not the perfect one, but I still got some experience from that. And that's what I'm talking about. You don't have to be the best builder in the world, but trying new things, that's important. Now there are lots of things in this build that I've done for the first time, so let's talk about them, I guess. The whole bottom part of the build is freeform. If you don't know what a freeform is, it's just like not using only a base plate, in my case 2 8x16 long green plates, but also adding plates on the sides by snot bricks. And that gives it sort of rectangular, the freeform look. Returning to the small island, finally on the very top of the chimney, to make a smoke is coming out, I attached these ice cream pieces stacked onto each other. I think this looks so freaking adorable, but rather than ice cream, I would have that flavored slush, don't blame me. I hope it's called slush, correct me if it's not. Now that was actually the first time I've ever built something from the medieval theme, and probably also the last time. Just kidding, I really enjoyed making this and I hope it will come back to my channel sometime again. You know it's summer, by the way, Bricks has started a mug contest, so go build something. I have no idea if I can build my mug by August 1st, cause that's when the contest ends. But anyway, there will be a video about that on my channel, so yeah. If you come up with any other reasons, just comment down below, I'll be excited to read them. Check out the video description, cause there's a link to my Instagram and songs that have been used in this video. Either way, be creative, have a nice day, and see you next time.